Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, students. How are you? Welcome to the maths class. Today we will do 5.2 and we will do the factorization through the formulas. We have already done these formulas in class 7 and in 8th of midterm of class 8 also. In chapter 6, a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square, a square minus b square, a cube plus b cube, a plus b whole cube, a minus b whole cube, a cube minus b cube. And you all know about these formulas. 5.2 is the most important exercise, although all the exercises are important of chapter 5 because this is algebra and this is the important part of the question paper. But 5.2 is the most important because all the formulas and the method revised in this exercise. Question number 1 is factorization. You see on the screen, I already show you the formulas of a plus b whole square, which is a square 2ab plus b square and a minus b whole square. This is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square and a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. But we have a new formula over there, not a formula, but this is a method and this is called completing square method. A4 plus a square b square plus b4, or we have the question of this type a4 plus 4b4. Sometimes in the question three terms are given but they are incomplete, and sometimes the question there are only two terms but they have the power of 4. Both variables a and b will have 4 powers. Question number 1 is a factorize. There are 6 parts in this question, and almost every question is different from the other. I have done second part for you, 3x4 plus 12y4. You know you can now 3 is not the square of any number and same as 12 is not the square of any number. It means that first we will take common any number and then the remaining part may be the square of any number. We took 3 common. The left terms are x4 plus 4y4. Now clearly x4 is a square of x square and 4y4 is a square of 2y square. But we have three terms in our formula, a plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. And you see that in the question, two terms are given. So to complete our formula, we need which term? The middle term is missing. 2ab term is missing. We see in our question, a is x square and b is 2y square. We can find easily 2ab, which term will be the 2ab, 2x square into 2y square. It means that to complete the formula, we need 4x square y square. But according to the algebraic rule, the number which we add, we also subtract the same number. If we multiply the expression with any number, we must divide it the same number. So we add and subtract the same terms. We add and subtract the same terms. A square plus b square, we find the term 2ab. We add 2ab and also we subtract 2ab. You see that there are two same terms, but the signs are opposite. One is plus and the other is minus. In the next step, we combine the positive term with the formula and we separate the negative term. We add x square whole square plus 2 square y square plus 2ab. We combine the positive term with the first two term and we left the fourth term, which is minus 4x square y square, separately. When we combine the first three terms, the formula is a square plus b whole square. According to the question, a is x square and b is 2y square. So we enclosed a and b within the bracket a plus b whole square x square plus 2y square whole square minus 4x square y square 4x square y square. We write 2xy whole square. We can write 4x square y square as minus 2xy whole square because we want to apply the formula over here, which is a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b into a minus b. We have already a square and we convert 4x square y square in the form of b square. See in the second last step again, x square plus 2y square whole square minus 2xy. 2xy is the half of 4x square y square. Now we have a square minus b square. Put the values in the formula a plus b and a minus b. We cannot omit 3 because 3 is a part of the question and we take common 3 from the expression. Again, I am explaining the same question to you. 3x4 plus 12y4. As you know that 3 is not the square of any number and same 12. 12 is also not the square of any number. So we take 3 common. The remaining expression become x4 plus 4y4. Here we have only two terms, but to complete the formula we need three terms. And in the algebra, if you add any number in the expression, you must subtract the same number from the same expression. It means that we do the addition and subtraction same time in the algebraic expression. X4, now x4 is the square of x square and 4y4 is the square of 2y square. Only two terms we have. Now we complete the formula and we add 2ab. A is x square and b is 2y square. I already mentioned a and b in this in the question, and you can see that a is x square and b is 2y square. So 2ab minus 2ab, the same term we add and subtract. The addition term we will join with the first two term to complete the square, and always the negative sign will be left and it make the square of b, a square minus b square. In each and every part of this question at the end we apply the formula a square minus b square, which is equal to a plus b and a minus b. The next is x4 plus 4x square plus 16. x4 plus 4x square plus 16. In this question we have three terms, x4, 4x square plus 16. When you have three terms in the question, always you combine those two terms which we can take the square of that one. But in this case, you see 4x square is also the square of 2x and 16 is the square of 4. But we need, in this type of question, we need the power of the variable will be 4, not the square. It means we separate the 4x square and we combine x4 plus 16. x4 is a square of x square and 16 is a square of 4. We separate 4x square. Now we apply the formula within these two terms x4 plus 16. You see, to complete our question, to complete our formula, again we need the term of 2ab. In all the question of these type, you always need 2ab. 2ab will be missing in all the question. You must find what is a in your question and which term is b. According to this one, a is x square and b is 4. I told you that we add and subtract the same term in the same expression, because this is an algebraic rule that if we add any term in any expression, we must subtract the same term from that expression. So we add 2x square 4, and as well beside it we write minus 2x square 4. We add and subtract both. 4x square is separate. This is already given to us in the question. Again we combine three addition term, 3 plus terms, x square plus 4 square plus 2x square 4, and we leave the negative sign, which is minus 2x square 4. Minus 2x square 4 is minus 8x square, and 4 plus 4x square is already given in the question. When you simplify these two terms, it becomes minus 4x square, and x4 plus 16 plus 2x square 4. After combining them, they make the square of a plus b whole square. Now we have x square plus 4 whole square minus 4x square. Again 4x square is a square of 2x, and we apply the formula over here, a plus b into a minus b. Yes, now come to the next. Question number 2. Here we have PQ method. PQ method, a quadratic expression is given, and we convert the middle term in the form of two numbers. In the above, p plus q is b and pq is equal to c. X square plus bx plus c, you see that b is a coefficient of x. It means that we split the coefficient of x in the form of plus, and we split the term c, which will be the constant, in the product of two numbers. This multiplication and simplification explains why, to factor a quadratic, we will need to start by finding the two numbers being the p and q above that add up to equal b, where those numbers also multiply to equal c. In the question, p will be the coefficient of x square and q will be the constant term. We multiply the coefficient of x square with c and we get pq. Then we find all the possible factor of that number, and we see that which number satisfy the product as well as the sum. Yes, question number 2. Again, this is also the type of factorization. Question is x square minus 21x plus 108. Here the coefficient of x square is 1. So when we multiply 108 with 1, the answer will be 108. You find all the possible factors of 108. All the possible factors of 108. We start from 1, then 2, 3, 4. We see that how many factors of 108 have. Only the one factor will satisfy our answer, from where when we add these two numbers we get minus 21. Now you see the highlighted number, which is minus 9 and minus 12. I find all the possible factor of 102, because the sign of 108 is plus and the sign of 21 is minus. It means that if we multiply two positive number, we get the positive sign. If we multiply two negative number, the answer again positive. So I make all the factor with plus and also with minus. Minus 2 minus 54 is 108, plus 2 and plus 54 also 108. Because there is negative sign in between the number, it means second term is negative. So it means that we also need a minus term. We find the positive and negative all the factors. And you see minus 9 multiplied by minus 12 become plus 108. And when you add these two numbers, you get minus 21x. So always the change will become in the middle term. The first and the last term will be same in each and every question of factorization. The first and the last term will be unchanged. Only the change become in the middle term. The coefficient of x. We split the middle term, which is the coefficient of x in all the questions. When you are doing PQ method or midterm break, we always split the middle term. The first and the last terms will be unchanged. X square minus 9x minus 12x. Instead of minus 21x, I write minus 9x minus 12x. You see that 108 and x square, they both are unchanged. Only we split the middle term. Now, this method is familiar for you because the next step, the second, third, and fourth, you know how to simplify it. First, make the partner first two terms and the last two terms, x square minus 9x, and we put the positive sign in between the two brackets. You always put the positive sign within the two brackets. Minus 12x plus 108. In the first bracket, x is common, x minus 9 is left there, and in the second bracket, minus 12 is common. So we take minus 12 and x minus 9 is left. Always remember the bracket, the number within the bracket, the powers, the constant terms, and the sign will always be same. When you break up the number, make the partner and take the common terms. The terms which leave within the brackets will always be same. The power of the variable, the sign of the constant term, and also the constant term will be same. X minus 9 and x minus 9. We take x minus 9 common, the remaining term will be x minus 12. This is called PQ method. So when you were doing the math, you must have the calculator, copy and pen with you, and you will do the question by yourself. When I am delivering the um, lecture, you note down on your copy and do the question by yourself. After doing the question, you will tally with the lecture. Yes, next is x square plus x minus 132. Minus 132 is a very big number, and we find all the possible factors of minus 132. You see that there is plus sign with x and negative sign with the constant number. We find all the possible factors of minus 132. Minus 2 into 66 minus 132, and 2 multiply minus 6 is also minus 132. Now, I write once the negative sign with the smaller number than with the greater number because we need plus in between the term, which is plus x. So we see that which term will be positive. So always remember when there is a negative sign with the constant term and there is a positive sign with the x, you always put the greater number. You always put the positive sign with the greater number and negative sign with the smaller one. You see on the screen, I find all the possible factors of minus 132, minus 11 into 12. Minus 11 into 12, when we multiply this, we get minus 132. And when we add both 12 and minus 11, we get 1 plus 1. Now again, I told you the first and the last term, they both will be unchanged. Only the middle term, the coefficient of x will be split. Only the change become in the middle term. The first and the last term will be unchanged. X square and minus 132. Only we split plus x into plus 12x minus 11x. Again, make the partners x square plus 12x within one bracket. Then there is positive sign minus 11x minus 132 in the other bracket. In the first bracket, we have x common, and in the second one, we have minus 11 common. You see both the sign, variable, the constant term are same within the brackets. X plus 12 and x plus 12. We take x plus 12 common and x minus 11 is left there. The factorization of x square plus x minus 132 is x plus 12 into x minus 11. Now come to the question 3. Uh, 2 and 3, they both are same, only the difference is in question 3 the coefficient of x square is given. I mean it is other than 1. In question 2 the coefficient of x square is 1, but in question 3 in all the parts coefficient of x square is different. 3x square minus 38xy minus 13y square. In the beginning, I told you that we are doing PQ method. PQ method means you multiply the last term with the coefficient of x square and you see that what is a product of that number, and then we find the factor of that product. Now here the coefficient of x square is 3 and the last term is minus 13. When you multiply 3 and minus 13, this is minus 39. Now we make all the possible factors of minus 39 and we see that 1 multiplied by minus 39 is minus 39, and when we add 1 and minus 39 we get minus 38, which is a required middle term. Again, I am telling you, when we have the coefficient of x square, always you multiply the last term with the coefficient of x square and then we will find the factors of that product. In our question, the coefficient of x square is 3 and the last term is minus 13. After multiplying, we get minus 39, and now we make the factors of minus 39, not the factor of minus 13. You will make the factor of minus 39, all the possible factor of this, and we get, when you find all the factors, only one factor will be the answer. It is not possible maybe 2 or 3 factors satisfy the equation. Only one factor will satisfy the equation. Remember this. 1 into 39 is minus 39. When you add 1 and 39, you see that minus 38 will be the answer. Again, the first and the last term is same. There is no change in 3x square and 13y square. You see clearly I write the both terms same. Only I split the middle term, which is xy and minus 39xy. Again, make the partner the first two terms and the last two terms. From the first bracket, x is common, and in the second bracket, minus 13y is common. Combining the terms 3x plus y and x minus 13y. This is a complete factorization of 3x square minus 38xy minus 13y square. When you have two negative sign in the question with the constant term and also with the middle terms, it means that when you select the factors, the negative sign will be the greater term and the positive sign will be the smaller one. Same when you have plus sign and minus sign. The last term have the negative sign and the middle term have the positive sign. Again, you have the factor of two different sign, and the greater number will negative, positive, and a smaller number will be negative. Yes, the eighth part of question 3. 5x minus 1 over x whole square plus 4, 5x minus 1 over x plus 4. We can do this question by two ways. If you suppose that fx minus 1 over x with any other variable and putting the value, interchanging this with the other variable, and then you simplify, and at the end you can interchange again the number, and your answer will become in the form of 5x minus 1 over x. And the other method which I did for you, we split 4, the middle term, 4 5x minus 1 over x, only you split this one. You write 2 times, 2 into 5x minus 1 over x plus 2 into 5x minus 1 over x. You see that the first and the last, they both are unchanged. Only I split the middle term, which is 2 into 2 5x minus 1 over x. You will combine the both first two terms and the last two terms, because there is no negative sign. In the first bracket, 5x minus 1 over x, the whole number, 5x minus 1 over x, the whole bracket is common, and the remaining terms are 5x minus 1 over x plus 2 is left in the first bracket. Same in the second, we take 2 common, and 5x minus 1 over x plus 2 is left in the second bracket. When we combine these numbers, 5x minus 1 over x plus 2 and 5x minus 1 over x plus 2, this is the required answer of the given expression. Question number 4. Question number 4 is a new question, a new method for you. Here x square plus 5x plus 4x square plus 5x plus 6 minus 3. Then the second part is x square minus 4x square, x square minus 4x minus 1 minus 20. You see that in the first two questions, the first two parts, the terms of x square and 5x in both the brackets are same. In the first part, x square plus 5x, x square plus 5x, and in the second part, x square minus 4x and x square minus 4x. They both are same within two brackets. It means that we suppose that x square minus 4x is equal to y. Any variable you can take as t, u, v, any variable. I take here x square minus 4x is equal to y. So instead of x square minus 4x, you put y, and we solve the question with y, and at the end we replace y with x square minus 4x. X square minus 4x is equal to y. Question become y minus 1 minus 20. Minus 20 and 1, they both are unchanged. Only the change x square minus 4x with y. In the next step, we multiply y with y minus 1, y square minus y minus 20. Again, the same question that we have done in question 2 and 3. You split the middle term, find the factors of minus 20. The factors of minus 20, minus 5 and 4. When you multiply these two, you get minus 20. When you add them, minus 5 will become. Make the partners, the first two term y square minus 5y, and the other two terms 4y minus 20. Take y common, y minus 5 plus 4, y minus 5, y minus 5 and y plus 4. But this is not our required answer, because question is given in the form of x. So your answer must be in the form of x. Because in the beginning we suppose that x square minus 4x is equal to y. Now in the end you replace y with x square minus 4x. When you put the value of y, x square minus 4x minus 5 and x square minus 4x plus 4. Again we see that the both brackets can further solve. X square minus 4x minus 5, we make the factor of minus 5, which is 5 ones are 5. Only there is one factor of minus 5. 5 ones are 5, minus 5x plus x minus 5, and we split 4 in the form of minus 2x into minus 2x and minus 2x. Again make the pairs, x square minus 5x and plus x minus 5, and then the brackets x square minus 2x, and we take minus 2 common, it will be 2x minus 4. By mistake I write here plus, but it will be 2x minus 4. And in the other step, x minus 5 plus 1 into x minus 5, x minus 2 minus 2 into x minus 2. Only you will change the sign in 2x plus 4. This is 2x minus 4. X minus 5, x plus 1, x minus 2, x minus 2 is the answer of the required question. X square minus 4x, x square minus 4x minus 1 and minus 20. Same part 1. Part 1 is the same. Instead of x square plus 5x, we will take y, and the same procedure, you multiply y plus 4 and y plus 6, and after finding the quadratic, you make the factors, and at the end you replace y with the supposition, which is x square plus 5y. Third, fourth part, they both are same, part 3 and 4. And here 4 linear factors are given to us, and we see that which two factors we combine to make our desired result. Part 3 is x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 4, and x plus 5. We need the coefficient of x square and the coefficient of x. They both are same in both the brackets. For this purpose, we see that the constant term, which two linear factors we combine, for this we add the constant term, and we see that the answer will be same, that 2 plus 5 is 7 and 3 plus 4 is 7. It means that we combine x plus 2 with x plus 5 and x plus 3 with x plus 4, because these two questions are different from the first two. But only the one step is different. When we multiply these again, the same question will become that we have done part 1 and part 2. I combine x plus 2 with x plus 5, x plus 3 with x plus 4. When you multiply x plus 2 and x plus 5, it will become x square plus 7x plus 10, and also in the other bracket x square plus 7x plus 12. Now you see that x square plus 7x and x square plus 7x, in both the brackets they are same. And now this is the same question of part 2 or 1. It means that we suppose that x square plus 7x is equal to y. Our expression become y plus 10 into y plus 12 minus 15. Multiply y plus 10 and y plus 12. After simplifying them, y square plus 22y plus 105. Again, you will find all the possible factor of 105 that we have find in already in question 2 and 3. You will find all the possible factor of 105, because 22 and 105, they both have the plus sign. It means that you will choose the factors the both numbers have the positive sign. 7y, 15y is our required number. When you multiply them, you got 105, and you add them, we get 22. Again, make the partners y square, 7y, 15y, and 105. Take y common from the first bracket and 15 from the second one. Y plus 7 plus y plus 15 is a required factorization of y square plus 22y plus 105. But again, our answer is in the form of x. So your question is in the form of x. So our answer must be in the form of x. You replace y with the supposition x square plus 7x. X square plus 7x plus 7. And in the other bracket, x square plus 7x plus 15. Now we cannot split 7 and 15, because there are no possible factors. When we add the factor of 7, when we add, we got 7, and the factor of 15, we got 7, because 7 has only one factor, 1 multiplied by 7. When you add, you got 8 and we have 7. So no need to factorize um, it further, but x square plus 7x plus 7 and x square plus 7x plus 15. This is our required answer. And part 4 is the same that you have done part 3. Part 5 is little bit different from it because the last term is given 3x square. In the last two parts, the constant terms are given, but in this part, the last term is minus 3x square. Now for this, we combine those linear factor in which the constant term, after multiplying the constant term, in the previous parts, we add the constant term. In this part, we multiply the constant term because this is x square. The last term is 3x square, and then in previous parts, the constant terms are given. So that's why only this step is changed. Otherwise, all the question is same that we have done in third part. Yes, we combine x plus 1 and x plus 6 because 1 multiplied by 6 is 6, and 2 x plus 2 and x plus 3 because 2 and 3 after multiplying we get 6. We combine, we make the factor x plus 1, x plus 6 and x plus 2, x plus 3. Minus 3x square will be separate. When you multiply the terms, you see that the x square and the last, the constant term, they both are same in both brackets. X square plus 6 and x square plus 6. It means that now we suppose that x square plus 6 is equal to y. In the previous part, we suppose the coefficient x square term and x term. We suppose that y is equal to that two terms, but in this case, we take x square and the constant term. Y is equal to x square plus 6. When you put the values, you see that y plus 7x and y plus 5x, after the multiplication, the new expression become y square plus 12xy plus 32x square. Now you find all the possible factors of 32, and from all these possible factors we find the one factor which is 8xy and 4xy. When you add 8 and 4, we get 12. When you multiply, 32x square become. Make the partners, and then from the first bracket y is common, from the second bracket 4x is common. Y plus 8x plus y plus 4x. Now interchange the values. Instead of y, you put x square plus 6. X square plus 6 plus 8x and x square plus 6 plus 4x. We cannot solve it further, so this is our required answer. You will rearrange the term. Rearrange mean first you write x square, then the term of x, and at the end you write the constant term. Question number 5. Question number 5, there is a formula a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube is equal to a plus b whole cube, and same with the negative sign, a cube minus 3a square b plus 3b square minus b cube is equal to a minus b whole cube. We have already done this in the midterm. This is the review of your previous formula. There is no change. Here's the expression. Question number 5 again, factorization. And the expression is 8x cubed plus 60x square plus 150x plus 125. You have the calculators and you can find the cube root of the terms easily, and you see that 8 is a cube root of which number, sorry, 8 is a cube of which number, and same 125 is a cube of which number. You can find the cube of numbers from the calculator. 8 is a cube of 2x and 125 is a cube of 5. It means according to our question, we find over a, which is 2x, and b is 5. Only you put the value of a and b in the formula. Only you replace a and b with 2x and 5. A cube, instead of a, I write here 2x. 3a square b, 3 into 2x into 5 square plus 3ab square, 3 2x whole square 5 plus 5 cube, a cube plus 3ab square plus 3a square b. Only here the number of the square is changed. The formula is correct. Plus 5 cube. This is equal to what? A plus b whole cube. A is 2x and b is 5. 2x plus 5 whole cube. But according to the definition of the factorization, we write 2x plus 5 three times because we write the expression in the product of linear factors or in the product of two or more factors. So that's why we split 2x plus 5 whole cube as 2x plus 5, 2x plus 5 and 2x plus 5. The second is 8x cube minus 125y cube minus 60x square y plus 150xy square. How you can find that what is A and what is B? Always the number which you can take the cube root, it means that they are our required A and B. And clearly you see in the question x cube and y cube. If there is no variable but from the constant term, you can find easily the terms A and B. Again, 8 is a cube of 2 and 125 is a cube of 5. Here, two negative signs are given. It means that we will apply here the negative formula minus formula. A cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. It doesn't matter if you change the place of the variable, because in the question a cube and b cube they both are together, so that's why we write a cube minus b cube. Otherwise, if you want to write b cube at the end, it doesn't matter. It cannot change over formula. The formula will be same. So I put the values a cube 2x whole cube b cube 5y whole cube minus 3a square b 3 2x whole square 5y plus 3 2x 5y square, and this is equal to a minus b whole cube 2x minus 5y whole cube, and again we split these terms and we write 2x minus 5y, 2x minus 5y and 2x minus 5y. The last question of this exercise is question number 6, and again the formula you know, a cube plus b cube and a cube minus b cube. This is a review of your previous knowledge. A plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. 125x cube minus 216y cube. 125 is a cube of 5 and 216 is a cube of 6. A cube minus b cube. 5x whole cube minus 6y whole cube. This is equal to a minus b, 5x minus 6y, a square, 5x square plus ab plus 5x into 6y plus b square plus 6y whole square. The first bracket will be unchanged, and the second bracket, when we multiply and open the square of the terms, we get 25x square plus 30xy plus 36y square. This is the required factorization of 125x cube minus 216y cube. The second part is 8x cube plus 125 y cube, and because there is positive sign, so we will put the formula of plus over here. Again, you find that what is your A and which term is your B. And 8 is a cube of 2 and 125 is a cube of 5. Only we put the values in the formula and we get the answer 2x plus 5y 4x square minus 10xy plus 25y square. I leave the parts for you for your homework, but your convenience I did all the part for you. When you do your homework you will tally your questions, your method with these questions. Okay, but you do all the questions by yourself, and after doing this you can tally your solution with this. All the parts which the all the remaining parts I have done for you. You see on the screen I have done all these. You, if you find any problem in any method, in any power, in the signs, you can discuss with me. But remember, you cannot understand maths at once. You need the practice almost 2 to 3 times, and sometime you need more than 5 to 6 times. So it's up to your understanding how you absorb the method, how you understand the formulas and all the methods, and it's also need your practice. Don't think that you note down all the questions from here and you learn the maths. You do all the questions by yourself, not only once, 2 to 3 times, 3 to 4 times, 4 to 5 times. I have done all the parts, the whole exercise, the remaining parts which we didn't discuss in the lecture. I do the parts for you and also share with you. Do the practice by yourself and tally the method with these parts. Good luck. Allah Hafiz.